name's Michelle, and I am here with Legence Loves Local, and we are here today to help support what we call the Elle Project. And Christi Kearns is the one who started that with her family, and we're going to let her tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. We're so glad to have your support. The Elle Project began 2.5 years ago when we lost our daughter Ellie to an umbilical cord accident. And when we were leaving the hospital, we received a bag so that we could leave not empty-handed. They wanted us to go home with something. In that bag had a few things that helped lift us up and bring us hope. And so in return, we decided to do this in her name because we aren't able to give her anything. We wanted to give back. And the way that we give back is by giving these hope bags to sick children in the hospital.
So Christi, I noticed you have brought a couple gift bags with you today. Do you want to share what all's involved with the gift bags?
Absolutely. What goes in each gift bag, the child receives a toy or an activity of some kind. This is a little girl bag, a book, and recently we had a book donation from a local author, Andrea Scuda, and then a stuffed animal. And then we also hand paint a rock for each bag. And then the kids can either keep the rocks or they can rehide them. And our little message to them says, Elle Project rocks. We have painted a special rock for you to bring you hope during your stay. Feel free to keep the rock or hide it for the next person to find and spread hope along the way.
And I'll just share what we have in the boys' gift bag. We also have a stuffed animal, a book, a little activity, and this one also has another activity with it.
And each bag is different because the way that we do the bags are by donations only. So if people are wanting to donate, they can donate items that would go into the bags, or they could donate a whole bag. We just try to piece them together so they're specific. Like this one was more of a pre-K bag, and this one might be like kindergarten through 2nd grade. So we age group them. We tag them for the nurses so that they have an easier quick draw. The blue tags are for boys, and normally, I haven't labeled these yet, but you'd flip it over and it would say pre-K to K on it. And then you'd flip this one over and it would say kindergarten through 2nd grade. And that way they can do a quick reference.
So it doesn't matter on the type of items that you donate, but isn't there some special requests that you have to have for people who make donations?
Yes, all items that go in the bags have to be new items just because they're going into a hospital with sick children. So that is a requirement. And some hospitals will allow stuffed animals and some won't, but all of the hospitals that we are currently servicing with hope bags do accept stuffed animals.
So Christi, would you care to share like how many hospitals you are servicing currently?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we are up to 15 hospitals. We have one in Kentucky, one in Missouri, one in Indiana, and the rest are all local to Southern Illinois. Plus Central Illinois, we have Roman and Carl, and we are also looking, I have a young woman that wants to start setting it up in Mattoon, Illinois.
So it's really all over Southern Illinois and the Southern Missouri, Indiana, and
yes,
and Kentucky market.
Yes.
So I noticed you do the gift bags, but you also do other stuff throughout the year for the hospitals. Do you care to share a little bit about that?
Yes. So we do this during the holidays, and this is our main donation, but then we do books for all of those hospitals throughout the year. And last year we were able to give 1,800 books. And this year we've already donated 1,000 books. So by the time we kick off our hope bags in November, we hope to have at least matched that 1,800 books that we did last year.
That's wonderful. That's great. So do you care to share the locations that people could either make either a donation like this or monetary donation or something like
Absolutely.
that?
Our main drop-off location is here at Extreme Kids in Marion. You can always contact me on the Facebook page, which is the main place that you would find the information that we have. And our Facebook page is Elle Project. But we do have a lot of different gymnastics locations throughout Southern and Central Illinois that accept. And then your bank has graciously offered to be a drop-off location. So anyone that stops by can do that. And then we're going to set up a drive in November for the Hope Bags.
So do you kind of want to share the history, like as far as how many you started with and how much your goal is for this year and stuff
absolutely.
like that?
The first year, of course, we had just lost Ellie, so that was extremely difficult for us right before the holidays. And so what we had decided, our kids came together, and usually we would go out with our other children and they would buy gifts for each other. And so the way that we started was we said, hey, what about instead of buying for each other this year, we buy for the children in the hospital? And the kids were completely excited to do that. They went shopping with us. And so our family did 10 bags and our goal was 10, but we kind of put it out there on social media that that's what we were doing. And we had friends and family that ended up matching us. So we started with 20 bags the first year. And then the second year we were like, well, let's make it a little more official and talk to more people. So we did that. And so our goal for that year was 50. We got 50 within a week. So we upped it to 100. And by the time we delivered, it was 180. And so we ended up, instead of going to one hospital, we did 4. And then, so last year we were like, okay, let's make our goal 250. And last year we were able to give 503. So this year our goal is 1,000. So I'm trying to set it high to try to reach it. We've got, last year, because we were able to get up 500, that's when we ended up adding a lot of local ERs. We added Union County, we added Harrisburg. Now we have just added Benton. We also did Centralia and Mount Vernon. So,
and you added Rankin Jordan,
yes,
correct?
And we added Rankin Jordan.
Yeah.
And they were able to say that they had a lot of stuffed animals and blankets and that kind of thing there. And so that's why for them we have given books.
Okay.
Because that's where their need was. So, but yeah, so we'll collect and do as much as we can. And with the extras, we expand to more hospitals and see who needs it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this year, I mean, you've heard about the project and what her goals are, and Legence Bank, along with everyone else, hopefully we will help her reach this goal. I think we can do it. So, but we wish you all the best. And is there any final things you'd like to end with to share with everyone?
Sure, absolutely. The main thing, the reason that this project works is because it's a ripple of hope. As people receive bags, they find out about the project, it inspires them to give back. When I'll hide little rocks everywhere, they'll find it, they'll hear about it. Who doesn't want to help sick children at the holidays? And honestly, throughout the year, I've heard from several people that have received them, and they'll say, you know, my child was screaming and scared, and then they brought in that bag and they calmed right down and they were focused on that, and the nurse was able to get a blood draw. And those are the kind of stories that make us feel hopeful, like we are able to give back and do something for our daughter that we can't do because she's not here.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you for joining us for another Feature Friday. Make sure you use the hashtag Legence Loves Local and hashtag the Buck Stops Local.